Hi, Professor Wainaina here, your 5 minutes teacher on education, childhood, youth, parenting, and all things school. Welcome. Think about how your child learns to write. Do they go to a pen lab once a week practicing how to hold and use a pen in isolation? And of course not. Writing tools are woven into every subject, every lesson, every day. Yet, when it comes to digital literacy, a skill just as fundamental, many schools still confine computers to labs, treating them like artifacts to be admired and used sparingly. If this is how your child's school handles technology, it's time to question what they are really learning. A computer lab is the marker of a deeply outdated and flawed educational model. It's like locking books in glass cases and allowing kids to read them only during library hour. Your child doesn't need a scheduled weekly appointment with technology. They need seamless everyday integration of technology. Digital literacy isn't just a subject to be taught, it's a lived experience, much like reading, writing, and speaking. And when your child's school shoves computers into labs, they are teaching distance, not fluency. Ask yourself, does your child interact with technology in the same natural way they use a pencil or a notebook? If their exposure is limited to a sterile lab where they sit shoulder to touch the machines only when instructed, they are not learning to use technology effectively. They are being taught that computers are tools to be studied rather than extensions of their creativity, their inquiry, and their collaboration. The world your child is stepping into demands something entirely different. Technology is no longer a standalone skill. It's the foundation of how we work, solve problems, and connect. Jobs today don't ask, can you use a computer? They assume fluency in digital tools and focus on whether you can create, analyze, and innovate with them. Research backs this up. A 2016 OECD report found that students who use technology as an integrated part of their daily learning, not just for assignments but for creative problem solving, consistently perform better in tasks that require critical thinking. When a school confines computers to a lab, it signals an outdated mindset rooted in the past. It treats technology as something to be studied rather than applied. Lessons like open our document or follow these steps to save a file reduce your child's potential to a mechanical exercise. Technology in education should be about solving real-world problems, expressing ideas, and building new ones. Your child should be using a tablet to research in class, drafting essays on a laptop, or collaborating with peers on creative projects through shared digital platforms. You need to hold your child's school accountable for this. If they parade their computer lab as evidence of innovation, push back. Ask, how does my child use technology day to day? Are they applying it as a tool across subjects, or are they confined to learning basic procedures during a weekly or bi-weekly slot? Real digital fluency happens when technology becomes invisible, so seamlessly woven into learning that your child doesn't think of it as a separate undertaking, something they go to do in a lab. And don't let anyone tell you that it is too early to introduce digital literacy in the classroom. The younger your child learns to use technology purposefully, the more naturally they will develop the judgment and fluency to wield it effectively. Early exposure isn't about memorizing steps, it's about cultivating the confidence and creativity to explore, to question, and to build the digital tools. On this score, A computer lab is in progress. It's a barrier. Real progress means or happens when technology moves out of the lab and into the classroom, the homework desk, the art project, and yes, even your child's pocket. Digital literacy is not about idolizing devices. It's about integrating them into everyday thinking and learning. If your child's school still locks computers away in a lab, they are locking away your child's future. The world isn't waiting, and neither should you. Demand better, because your child deserves an education that doesn't just prepare them for the present, but equips them to shape the future. Thank you for your time. See you in the next one.